Enjoy a taste of spirit with delicious dishes and mediumship. Welcome to the Deb and Chris Show.
Hey, Christine, episode 5. Welcome, everybody. Thank
Excited.
all of you for the comments that you've made and for watching our antics here in A Taste of Spirit. We are having a hoot.
We are. Too much fun. Haven't done one for a little bit. And so we're going, we miss it just ourselves, just doing it.
Totally.
So excited to see what today's
But I really wish we had a camera crew, honestly, because the amount of laughter and craziness that goes on in the lead up to this is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So you heard from her last time that my taunting or teasing of her prior to, because Christine knows nothing about what's in the basket. She doesn't know what the topic or the theme of the episode is. She just shows up and she trusts me to bring it. But I keep hoping and I keep saying to Spirit to work with her that I want her sensitivity to grow. So today she's taken a risk I said, Christine, reach out to Spirit. See if you can tap into what today is, what happened.
Okay, so
I don't know what happened yet. We saved it for the video.
Yeah. So whenever he does ask me to do that, I can't think. It's like somebody who doesn't meditate. All of a sudden, you try to meditate and it stresses you out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said that, I'm like, okay. And then I didn't think anything of it. So then I just started making bread, and I wasn't thinking anything of it. Anyways, so then. And this is a little bit gross, but I went and I was in the shower and I'm like, oh, I think it was on one of our episodes. We talked about scrying. Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Very good.
So you know how you look at a cloud and then you see in the cloud a picture. So I'm like, oh, well, I can't see any clouds from my shower. So I'm washing my hair and I'm like, I don't want my hair to go down the drain. So, and I lose a lot of hair. My hair is very fine.
Okay.
So something that I do is really weird is I'll just like take it and I just stick it on the wall. When I'm done my shower, I'll throw it out because I don't want it to go down the drain because that's disgusting, right?
You saw a picture in your
I did. And I'm like, hey, that looks like a peacock.
I have warped you.
So that's all I can get. Sorry. So then I'm like, oh crap. If she comes up, starts talking about peacocks, I'm going to be so messed up because it looked like a peacock. So I ended up having Tapas, my friend, come over.
And Tapas, who, by the way, what is the
she's
title
our
she
top
holds?
fan.
Thank you, Tapas,
Yeah,
for being top fan. We love you.
She got this random top fan thing through our page. Anyways, so I made her come into my shower and look at it on the wall. And as I'm saying it to her, I'm going, doesn't it look like a peacock? She's like, no. She goes, it just looks like a blob of hair on your wall. She goes, and that's disgusting.
So beautiful.
Anyways,
Because I have to tell you something.
Oh, don't tell me it's a peacock because I will kick you out of my house right now.
No. But
Okay.
what is so funny
God.
is that I took a photo this morning
Yeah.
of a face in the cat litter box.
Okay.
So I love
Okay.
I love that I've turned you
Oh my God.
towards seeing things because in all honesty, so that's hysterical that you shared that first of
Okay.
all. I don't know the peacock reference yet, although I have a little
It's
bit
still
of
there.
an
I'll
inkling.
show it to you. Because she couldn't see that it was a peacock. I'm like, oh, for sure, my sister will.
My Lord.
Oh,
Okay,
anyways.
so
Okay, sorry.
but here's the thing. In all honesty, that's what happens with spirit. Truthfully, you guys, I know it all sounds crazy. A peacock in the hair. Okay. I'm so proud of you, even just for looking. But a peacock in the hair or
Oh my
a
God.
face image, and I'll show it to you later,
Okay.
of the picture in the cat litter box. It didn't include
I don't
poop or
want to see your
anything.
cat's poop.
No, it wasn't poop or anything. It was just the way the sand had
Okay.
moved. But this is how your vision starts to change. The thing is that this is what I do. So I might be in the middle of a session and I look towards one of the cushions on the couch, and through the fabric of the cushion, all of a sudden I see an image come forward. So this is how spirit does get to shift our vision so that we can see things and connect to things in spirit. So
I'm heading to the zoo tomorrow.
But what's really okay, it might be a stretch, but I might be able to make a connection to the peacock thing when we start talking about what we're going to talk about. Okay, so basket number 5.
Okay, I'm excited
now,
to see.
If you thought that was crazy, this is something that mediums get accused of being crazy for. So what you don't know is we're going to talk about some famous people.
Oh, cool. Oh, I have a question about that for you later.
Okay, good. Okay. So now, a lot of times people might hear, this medium spoke to somebody who's famous, right? And that mediums might portray the aspect of speaking to famous people that are in spirit. Elvis Presley or whatever. But I have the unique pleasure, let me put it that way, of having clientele that are connected to famous people. Mm-hmm. And so in some of my sessions, unbeknownst to me, famous people have come forward. But what's really interesting is that I've had this, like I said, this blessing of connecting to some people that are famous in spirit. And the way that that's happened has been really fantastic. And so I'm going to share 3 stories with you today about that, while Christine puts together what this ingredient basket is full of. So I have been praying all day, saying to her, Spirit, please infiltrate her mind and get her to make, she doesn't know what
No, she actually said to me, you better get this right.
I was like, get this right.
I know I don't normally, like, I haven't in the episodes gotten nervous until you say you better get it right. I don't think I've ever said that before either.
So I just want this one to go so well. And I said to her, even if it's just for us, I don't care. This is exciting to me.
Okay.
So go ahead and unveil, and then we'll start talking about the famous people.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, again, this is so much of my favorites. Okay. A baguette. Good. Mm-hmm. We've got some tartufo salami. I've never had this salami before.
I haven't either. No, but it looks really good.
Specific from Spirit. Okay. Oh, we have baby dill. I love dill. Oh my God, everything in
and
here.
It's the time of year where fresh, getting the herbs.
Yeah.
Fresh was a little bit harder. So they're in packages.
Okay. We've got some cherry tomatoes and some basil. Did you get the rosemary I asked you to pick up today? Oh, I needed some rosemary. I asked her to pick me up some.
And in the store 3 times, I thought, don't forget the rosemary Christine asked for.
Okay, so we've got Maplewood smoked extra bold cheddar, and we've got a firm old red Leicester cheese.
Doesn't that look awesome?
Not red.
I love the packages of cheese.
Cheddar.
I don't know about you guys, but I love the
waxing around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes. We've got endives. We've had endives before in our show. We have pistachios. Oh, I literally am it's rising over there right now. Some pistachio cranberry baguettes. So nice. There you go. Got mozzarella.
He makes amazing bread.
This is definitely an Italian spirit, which I'm loving. We've got some slivered almonds. Okay, this is my favorite part. She goes to all of this and more, and I get all of this and a lot more.
The woman in the store today thought I was very brave because as you probably already have seen, I was videoing without any makeup or hair done.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your slippers.
In my slippers.
We've got some balsamic vinegar. We've got traditional balsamic. Oh, sorry.
Now,
this one.
The thing is you get to choose. I wanted you just to be able to choose. This is 25-year aged.
Oh, well, I'd love. Yeah.
Yum. And I think this one was 15.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We're going to do it with 25 years.
Wow. You can go into, what's the name of the place again? All of this and more.
Oh my gosh.
But you can go in there and taste test everything, which is just amazing.
Amazing. And this is wild mushroom and sage infused olive oil. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's where you may have tapped into spirit. Remember what I was telling you I'm making tomorrow?
No.
I'm doing a whole bunch of raviolis, and it's a wild mushroom and sage ravioli.
Get out of town.
I'm not kidding you.
There was bins,
That's-
literally, big things with taps on them, with probably 20 of them down the line. And it was like, no, you need to choose that one.
And that's I'm not kidding you. That is what I'm making. I'm making 2 kinds of ravioli. So,
well, I can't wait to taste that food tomorrow.
Peach halves. Okay. We've got some fantastic olives.
I love olives.
I know. I know. Other olives are still in my fridge. We've got capers. I've never been a big fan of capers, but we've got capers. Mushrooms. Oh yeah, we've got both white and cremini mushrooms, which is great. It takes me a long time to go through this. Tuna. Okay, we'll get that in there. We've got some softened goat's milk.
Cheese.
Sorry, cheese
made out of goat's milk.
My first day here. Red peppers. Purple onion. And toothpicks. Okay. Well, they're not toothpicks, actually. They're for scoring. They're little mini shish kebabs. So what am I doing with those? Okay. Well, I'm excited
What are you doing?
I'm going to do a couple different things, I think. I'm going to be doing sort of a little tapas.
You said the word.
Oh.
I said spirit all day in my head. I kept saying tapas. Tapas. Christine, pick up on tapas.
Oh. Well, there.
Oh,
I'm not doing any peacock. There's no peacock
channels
in here.
No roasted peacock.
No roasted peacock for today. Maybe
Christine,
next time.
It's tapas.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's pretty Italian. Yeah.
I'm so excited that you got that. Okay.
I love
nice.
Little things make you so excited.
They do, because all day in my head, I kept repeating, okay, tapas, Christine, pick up on tapas. Spirit, go to her and tell her about tapas.
So I'm going to just take a moment and grab a platter and get some stuff set up.
Okay. Does this excite you?
Very much so.
Okay. Yeah. What's really going to excite you? Now, I think only one of the things that I have to share with you all, Christine has heard before. So, because some of these new things have happened. So the first spirit that we're going to start off talking about is actually John Lennon.
Oh.
So, and I know that I'm always say I'm the most skeptical medium.
I need to get up and get a platter.
Okay, you get up and get a platter.
Okay, I'll be back.
I always say I'm the most skeptical medium. Because really, truthfully, I'm always saying to spirit, like, I just really need you to prove it. I need you to prove these things to me. And there's a couple of really great stories here about proof or demonstration. It was with a gentleman down in California, and he, is part of the movies industry, and he contacted me. And so we had a really wonderful session together. And, but in that session too, John Lennon also came forward. Now, at this point, I was already familiar with having connected to John Lennon before. And so when a spirit gets used to making a connection to you, what you have to understand is that really the fame itself means nothing. The wonderful part about making a connection for me to some people who are very more globally well-known is just the fact that they're globally well-known. So it's not a fact of like, oh, Deborah's getting to talk to John Lennon or the others that I'm going to talk to you about. It's what happens with them that is so wonderful. And it also speaks to the fact that we're just all people. You know what I mean? We're just all people. Some people get to have a broader, bigger name while we're here. But we're all just people. So fame really in the world of spirit doesn't mean anything,
Isn't, so that's interesting, because actually one of my questions that I often wonder about when you talk about spirit, and like in a joking way, but also now this makes sense.
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, so my dream would have been to been in the writing room of SNL. Like, yeah, I like everything about that whole franchise fascinates me. I'm addicted to it. So I always think
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. So when I'm past, like, am I going to get to hang out with Will Ferrell and like Kristen Wiig and like in spirit, like it's all, we are all just people.
Yeah, we are all just people. And the things that we're drawn to or we're passionate about, there's all kinds of connections that go on just beyond our narrowed individual lives, right? But the reason why the connections to John Lennon weren't just because, oh, Deborah's connecting to spirit and here's John Lennon. It's because literally the people that I was reading have the connection to John Lennon or to these other famous people, right?
Right.
But the second time he came, I said, so I was communicating with him. He was giving some wonderful information to my client. But this moment came where I was, again, skeptical or doubtful. And I said to Spirit, okay, John, I need you to prove to me really that it's you. So tell me something that can show my client and can show me that I'm really listening to you. And he says, okay, in front of your client, there are 3 drawers. So I said, my client, in front of you, are there 3 drawers? Like ahead of where you're sitting, are there 3 drawers? Yes, they say. And I said, okay, but like you need to go to the 3rd drawer. He says, well, the 3rd drawer, like they're all beside each other. I said, then go to the far right. Go to the far right drawer. I said, I don't know what are in these drawers, but I need you to go to the far right drawer. And I said, go into the far right drawer, and there should be like 2 stacks or there should be like papers and things in this drawer. I think in the other drawer, there were clothes, because I think this was like almost like a bedroom. Do you know what I mean? With these drawers. Bedroom maybe / office or something. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, John was saying the 3rd drawer. Go to the right-hand side of the 3rd drawer and halfway down. So my client leaves and goes over and opens up the drawer. As I go to the far right, but lift up some of the papers and go halfway down. Right there, halfway down. Well, it was John Lennon's book.
No way.
It was John Lennon's book. So yes, my client was impressed. I was impressed. And I was like, okay, it's John. And now when he shows up, because he's shown up in other places, there's a quality, like I know that it's him, and he will show to me it's him. But the only reason he ever really comes forward to me is because of whatever it is I'm doing, he cares about. So that's the introduction to John Lennon. Okay. And the wonderful demonstration. Now I do something called the Divine Self series.
Yes.
So this is where people come into a group with me over Zoom, and I help them like I'm trying to help my sister become more sensitive to spirit, because spirit's around us all the time. And it not in a ghostly kind of way, but when we leave the physical, the only thing that's occurred is that the consciousness is no longer located in the singularity of the body. It's expansive and connected to all things. And so this connection to our consciousness, to the spirits that have passed on, to our loved ones who are in a different state of being, but are still very close to us. This is all accessible, and teaching people to learn to pay attention. And my book, by the way, that's coming out very, very soon is called A Turn of Attention, Journeys into Mediumship. So excited, because we talk about this in the book too, is that we can...
I have no idea what I'm doing here, by the way.
What are you doing?
I'm just making like a little pate, I think, with the goat cheese and the tuna and some of the capers and some red onion.
Okay.
So that you can spread on the bread. We'll see how it turns out.
So this is how the tapas thing came about.
Okay.
Was that I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to talk about the famous spirits today. So we're going to bring like a dish for each of them.
Oh, perfect. Because that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Then I was like, oh my God, it's tapas. If she does tapas and she can get tapas, it's like these spirits coming together.
Yep.
And these stories coming together around the food.
I love it. There might be 4. There could be 3, but there might be 4.
But there's actually 4.
Okay, well, there you go.
I love it. Okay, so this is lining up perfectly. Anyway, so the connection to John, wonderful. In the Divine Self series, I do all kinds of exercises, meditations and stuff to help people go, oh, Deborah didn't say anything about that, but I saw this, I heard this, I felt this, I sensed that. And people say they're addicted to the Divine Self. So Christine's helping me. I'm working at getting some of these courses, teachings, that kind of thing, online, so that everybody can grab hold of them and have an experience, right? I call it the divine self because my whole goal is to get people to understand that we are divine. We're these beautiful energies that are embodied for a short period of time upon the earth. And if we could understand that expansive part of ourselves, then all of the trials and tribulations we go through in life, they won't disappear. You'll still experience pain and trauma and all of those things, but your navigation through them, I think, will be just a little bit better. And there'll be a deeper appreciation for who you are and who we are in the experience of being human.
And I think that's what's nice, is that you don't have to be a medium to feel that love. That's just about
there are so many
evolving,
ways,
I guess, right?
There are so many ways to find yourself. Do you know what I mean? To come to the spirit of yourself. Anyway, so
now, can I ask you a quick question,
please,
before you go to the next one?
Yeah.
You
love keepers,
do you really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never really had one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's actually quite good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a few more in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like putting pickles in tuna instead of, or putting these in instead of pickles.
You blanked. Okay, since you blanked, I'll continue on. You just drop your capers.
It's very hard to think about
your blank
question.
mind. It'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so John Lennon has made an appearance in a few of these Divine Self series and demonstrated himself to the people in class. It's happened with Mahatma Gandhi. The very first time I saw Mahatma Gandhi, I was sitting, this was in the physical. So we had rented a big building, a big room, and the class probably had 15 people in it, maybe closer to 20 people in it. This is several years back. And so I was leading the group through an exercise. And as I was partway through the exercise, all of a sudden I saw Mahatma Gandhi walk up beside me. And inside I went, oh my God, that's Gandhi, like beside me.
Yeah.
So I got everybody in class to pause. I hadn't said anything because oftentimes what I'm doing externally, there's all kinds of spiritual things going around in my hearing and my vision. So I got everybody to pause and I said, look, a spirit has just arrived. I want everybody to close their eyes, just relax. And I got them in this state of receiving, right?
Yeah.
So I watched as Mahatma Gandhi walked around to everybody inside the circle and touched each person. And then once he returned back, I got everybody to open up their eyes. I didn't say anything the entire time. They didn't know who it was. So I said to the class, start giving me your impressions. What did you feel? Now, these are not a bunch of mediums in the class. Some of these people have never done this kind of thing before. They just wanted to explore their senses, right?
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, people are talking about, one woman goes, I felt like I was starving. Like I was starving. Another person said they were draped in a cloth. Another person felt the gunshot. Another person felt, I don't know, I've got a stick in my hand, a staff in my hand. So all of these things started coming out about Mahatma Gandhi. So I have, in 15 years, I have watched this happen over and over. I love how spirit will demonstrate themselves through other people. It's such a beautiful thing. So John Lennon, he has come to classes, he has come to clients, and it's been a really beautiful connection. So I thought part of this would honor him tonight. And here's my only thought about this peacock thing. For whatever reason, peacocks connect me to England. And I don't know why. But every time I see a peacock, I think of England.
Interesting.
And I think of the Queen. If somebody can tell me why I associate a peacock and England and the Queen to a peacock, I don't know. So when you said peacock, I kind of laughed about that. Because
and if somebody here has a really good story about that, I'm really going to be freaked out.
What are you making?
I'm just rolling it in the toasted almonds, but I should have let it cool a little bit before. This is the capers and tuna and goat cheese.
Have you made something like that before?
Nope. I don't even know if this is a thing, but whatever.
Because we're going to know at the end if it tasted good.
Yeah. Well, it's going to look kind of pretty in a minute.
Yeah. Now,
I'm going to throw dill over it.
I wonder if we pulled this a little bit closer like this.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe
You can see what the heck I'm doing.
That as it builds, people can see it.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully this also too, the spontaneity of this is something I like, because listen, spirit, you have to be spontaneous with spirit. You have to be open and spontaneous, and you have to go with the flow. And I know that stretches you because you're a planner, but you're doing so far, actually, 5 episodes, you're doing a great job.
What I was going to say about that, funny that you went in the direction about spirit, but all I was going to say is with the cost of everything right now, food and everything, my favorite thing is just, I mean, I usually have a lot of good food in the house, but just go in the fridge and just like what's there and make it up. Like that's that's how I generally do it. So this is fun for me. This is playing. This is where I feel, I mean, we grew up, my mom's an artist. You're you're not an artist, but you're very artistic. I mean, our mom drew murals on our walls as kids. We didn't have wallpaper or painted walls. She drew. What did you have?
She was a woman. I had the Smurfs.
Oh yeah, right.
And then there was the Jungle Book at one point. Was that in your room?
No,
that wasn't mine.
No, that was in Cloverdale, I think.
Oh, okay. Baloo from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, mine was the Cookie Monster, where the witch is standing at the tree and she's shaking, and Cookie Monster's saying, you know, me give cookie or whatever. I was my favorite. I loved it.
Yeah, she was great for making things colorful that way. And she used to paint all of the windows in Sydney at Christmas.
Yeah, and in Cloverdale too.
Yeah. So she's a beautiful artist. Yeah,
she sure is.
Why did you bring her up again? What was that about?
I can't remember.
It was just a nice fact about our mom.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, the talent and the creativity.
Yeah, the talent. And the flow of things and going with the flow of things. Yeah. And you know what's really nice about mom too? Here we're going to do a little offshoot about mom. And maybe this is also encouraging to many people. Sometimes you don't really totally find your flow until later in life.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're watching this and you need some encouragement to just realize that you don't have to have things figured out right now, that you don't have to be in the fullness of what your passion is right now. It's okay. At some point, it's going to come. This last year has been the first time mom has been selling her paintings.
Yeah. And we've been trying to have her sell her photos or go into an art gallery for how many years?
Yeah.
Like our whole lives. And she finally did it. And not only did she stretch herself and do it, she sold all of them.
Yeah.
And then they asked for even more. And now people are asking her, like,
and she's coming up to 80.
Her. Yeah.
So she's been so talented her whole life when it comes to art, but it's only this last few years that she's been selling. So don't worry. There's always lots of time for you to fulfill some things. Are you just like, are we making a forest?
Yeah, we're decorating now.
This is like a Christmas platter.
My favorite thing to do is to make appies.
Okay, well, you better get on with some of the other ones.
Sorry. Oh my God.
That's spirit help.
Help us, spirit or hot water.
I can hit the bottom. I'll hit the bottom and it'll help. I don't know about you, but my hands have gotten
really to treat me.
Yeah. Oh, yay. Dude, I used to give you a terrible spanking.
What do you think I'm doing with this?
What are you doing?
What would you do with it?
No, I can't tell you because I already know what to do with it.
Oh, it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to
that's not what I would have done with that, but that's fine because it's just turned into
I'm going to slice this up a little bit. I'm going to wrap the meat around it and then stick it in an endive and probably drizzle a little bit of
beautiful.
Okay. That's not it though, is it?
It's part of it.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because it's just your thing. And you're co-creating with spirit. So we'll just let it be.
While editing part 1, we were curious if there was a connection between John Lennon and a peacock. Deborah Googled John Lennon peacock, and I was beyond shocked to hear her read the following. In 1996, the 3 remaining Beatles reunited. They were feeling empty during the photo shoot without John Lennon being there. A white peacock then mysteriously appeared behind George for one of the photos. When they saw it, they all felt John's presence, and the mood was lifted. The following is an oddly coincidental recording of our conversation prior to filming this episode. Okay, so when the thing about this is that we come at it from different places and I'm open, but I'm not going to become a medium.
Well, you don't know that.
You might be surprised by the time we get to the end of all of this that you're picking up on things that you never thought you could pick up on. I think she's going to become super sensitive through this.
That when you say to me, okay, try this, try that, my mind goes blank.
That's what your mind is supposed to be, blank, in order to receive spirit. So that's a great start.
Because then it goes blank, and then all of a sudden I go, oh, I need to go pick up this at the store. But like stuff starts coming in. Just you wait.
That's the stuff you pay attention to.
You asked me to channel something today, Deb. It's not really a reality for me.
We'll see.